that time of year again, time to find out which CEOs make the most money. But the Business Courier goes deeper, identifying the CEO who delivers the most bang for the buck for shareholders. And for the first time in 15 years, there's a repeat winner of that honor, Dr. August Trendle. Trendle, the CEO of MedPace, led the company to a second straight year of big-time growth and took another pay cut. He made about $530,000 last year, near the bottom of the list of CEO pay as far as public companies go. But it doesn't bother him too much.
Well, I'm proud of the performance side. I don't know if I'm proud of not getting paid as much, but certainly proud that we've been able to deliver for shareholders.
This is the 15th straight year of the Courier Special Report. This year, 25 locally based companies whose stocks trade regularly on this exchange are on the list. Here's how the scoring works. The CEOs are ranked by performance and pay. Then their performance rank is subtracted from pay rank for the final score. Take Trendle, for example. He ranked 23rd in pay rank, but 3rd in performance rank, giving him an overall score of 20. Courier reporter Steve Watkins is the man behind all the math. He's in the studio with Business Courier publisher Jamie Smith to talk more about the research. Gentlemen.
Thanks, Allie. Steve, thanks for being here.
Glad to do it.
And thanks for doing all this work. I know this is like
Sure.
the 15th year, I believe, you've been working on this project.
Yeah, absolutely.
So first question, how does August Trendle take the top spot 2 years in a row? It seems like it would be hard to be there and stay there.
Yeah, you would think the pay would start to catch up with the performance after that point in time. And so there are two things, obviously, that go into it. MedPace's performance was terrific last year. They had a 46% shareholder return, one of the top ones. Doubled their net income, strong return on equity. Those are some of the keys. And his pay, as they mentioned, as Allie mentioned, lagged most of the other CEOs. And it was actually cut last year, which kind of doesn't make sense. He even pointed out he wasn't all that happy with it. They had a private equity owner last year that was selling out and was not paying that much attention to tying pay to performance. And so not great for him, but great for the MedPace shareholders.
Okay. For those of us that are challenged in math here, she talked a little bit about it, but you looked at the pay, you look at the returns. What exactly, talk us through it.
Yeah. So a big part of the project is figuring out the performance, what company did best, and there's a million ways to measure that. So we go with total shareholder return, basically stock gain plus dividends is one of the keys, and then we look at net income growth and we look at return on equity, and we stack those up against all the other companies on the list and then against their peer group. So if a certain industry did good or bad, that kind of adjusts for that.
Okay. Well, I have to, because I know people are going to be angry at me if I don't. Who was #1 in pay?
That's what everybody wants to know, isn't it? WorldPay's Charles Drucker topped the list individually. He made $17.5 million. He was just a notch ahead of P&G's David Taylor, who was at $17.35 million. Normally, you'd think Procter & Gamble would be on the list. Charles Drucker actually got the biggest pay raise last year, was 57%, and it had to do with Vantive's acquisition of WorldPay and changing the name to WorldPay.
Right.
So, and also one other thing, the way we look at it is how much the company paid their CEO position. WorldPay actually had 2 CEOs last year, co-CEOs all year. The former WorldPay and then the Vantive CEO. Combined, they paid $31 million. That also topped the list by far.
That's incredible. Did you see any pay trends as you looked through all this data?
Yeah, there were a few. One of the ones that stood out, the local CEO's pay increased 12% last year. Sounds pretty significant when most people think of getting a 3% raise or so. And in fact, it is. The S&P 500 CEOs averaged about 7%. So pay was higher.
So over twice of those. Okay.
Big raises. And it's a small sample size. We're talking about 25 companies. A couple other things with pay that stood out. Companies are, one of the experts I talked to, they're paying more for performance. They're tying it better to performance and not just throwing money at these people. So that's a good thing. They're paying more in stock and more in cash incentives. So they're tied to performance metrics. And one last thing is the only woman on the list the previous year, Andrea Ayers from Convergys, they got bought out. So now we have no women on the list. That's one thing that could really stand to be changed here.
Well, that's a big issue in Cincinnati, so glad you pointed that out. Well, hopefully our viewers take a look at this past Friday's paper. Excellent job, great information. As always, thanks for what you do.
Thanks, glad to do it.
All right.